The future is colliding with our most sacred values, and most of us haven't even noticed. Artificial intelligence isn't just changing our world. It's redefining what it means to be human. This is Future Shock, the AI and human rights collision course. Let's start with a simple truth. Technology always outruns regulation. But this time it's different. AI isn't a new tool. It's a new power, one that can predict, manipulate, and even replace human decision-making. And that power comes with a question we can no longer ignore. What happens to human rights when algorithms make the rules? The Universal Declaration of Human Rights promised equality, dignity, and freedom for all. But AI systems don't understand those words. They understand data, and data is never neutral. Think about this. Our identities are now shaped by invisible systems, deciding what we see, what we're worth, and what opportunities we get. Job applications filtered by AI. Credit scores calculated by algorithms. Police surveillance powered by facial recognition. Each system trained on biased data that reflects society's inequalities. The result? Discrimination at machine speed. AI doesn't need hate to be unjust. It only needs bad data. And the worst part? It's almost impossible to hold anyone accountable. Who's responsible when an AI denies someone housing, healthcare, or freedom? The programmer? The company? The government that bought the software? The answer usually is no one. Now let's talk about privacy, the foundation of freedom. Our personal data is the new oil mined and sold to feed machine learning systems. Every search, every photo, every word you speak to a digital assistant becomes a training sample. And when AI knows you better than you know yourself, free will becomes an illusion. Imagine an AI system predicting your next move before you make it. It knows when you're most likely to buy, when you're most likely to argue, and when you're most vulnerable to persuasion. It's not reading your mind, it's reading your pattern. And patterns can be controlled. Some countries are already testing the limits. In China, AI surveillance tracks citizens in real time, grading social trust. In the West, corporations quietly do something similar, scoring our behavior for profit. Two systems, one outcome, control. AI isn't inherently evil, but it's inherently powerful. And power without oversight is dangerous. Human rights were designed to protect us from abuse by other humans. But what happens when the abuser is an algorithm that never sleeps? Automation is also reshaping the right to work. AI doesn't just assist employees, it replaces them. Entire industries are being rewritten: transportation, logistics, finance, journalism, even art. The economic ripple effect will test our social safety nets like never before. Some say universal basic income is the answer. Others argue it's a bandage for a deeper wound, a society that values efficiency over purpose. If a machine can do everything faster, cheaper, and more accurately, what happens to our sense of worth? Will humans still have a place in a system that rewards perfection over passion? Then there's the question of autonomy. AI can now generate art, write essays, compose music, and even simulate empathy. When creativity itself becomes artificial, what happens to the right to self-expression? Are we witnessing a new renaissance, or the death of originality? And what happens when AI-generated content floods the internet faster than we can tell what's real? Soon you won't know if that music video, that article, that voice, or even that friend request came from a person or a synthetic ghost. Identity itself is becoming fluid. And in a world built on illusion, truth becomes a luxury. Let's go deeper. What if AI begins to decide who lives and who dies? Autonomous weapons are already real. AI drones can select and strike targets without human intervention. The Geneva Conventions were written for humans, not machines. And that gap could redefine the ethics of war forever. Imagine an algorithm choosing targets based on data, not emotion, not morality, just statistical logic. And if it makes a mistake, who stands trial? The developer? The soldier who pressed start? Or no one at all? Accountability disappears in the shadow of automation. Even democracy isn't safe. AI-generated deepfakes and synthetic propaganda can rewrite truth itself. Elections can be swayed not by force, but by data manipulation so subtle no one notices. The right to information, the right to reality, is under threat. When anyone can create a convincing video of a world leader saying anything, truth becomes negotiable. We no longer believe what we see. And when that happens, power belongs to whoever controls the illusion. And the illusion is growing stronger every day. AI voice cloning, photorealistic avatars, deepfake news anchors, all blending into our feeds. The line between human and machine narrative is gone. So where does that leave us? We stand at a fork in history. One path leads to empowerment, AI as a partner that enhances freedom and equality. The other leads to domination, a world where rights are conditional and data determines destiny. Let's explore both. In the best future, AI could become humanity's greatest ally. It could detect human rights abuses in real time, track corruption, prevent police brutality, and create fairness in justice systems. AI could translate every language, break down barriers, and amplify voices long ignored. It could end bias, not by replacing humans, but by forcing us to confront our own. It could democratize knowledge, empower creativity, and free people from repetitive labor. But that future requires ethics, transparency, and accountability, 3 things our current systems struggle to maintain. In the darker future, AI becomes a silent enforcer of inequality. A digital hierarchy where power flows upward and surveillance flows downward. Where data becomes destiny and your digital footprint defines your worth. In that world, privacy is a myth, freedom is conditional, and consent is obsolete. AI judges who deserves a loan, a job, a home, even who deserves freedom. And when it's wrong, the system won't apologize. It will just adjust its code and move on. We're already seeing glimpses of this. Facial recognition, misidentifying minorities. Predictive policing reinforcing bias in crime data. AI recruiters rejecting women because past hiring data favored men. Even healthcare algorithms giving less care to Black patients because of flawed data correlations. Each example reveals the same truth. AI amplifies whatever it's fed. And right now it's being fed human history, a history full of bias. Some say regulation will fix it. But laws move slower than code. By the time one bill passes, the next generation of AI has already rewritten the problem. The gap between ethics and execution keeps widening. So what can we do? First, we need transparency. No more black box algorithms deciding our lives in secret. Every decision made by AI, whether in finance, justice, or healthcare, should be traceable, explainable, and reviewable. Second, we need accountability. If a machine denies a right, someone must answer for it. If a company profits from injustice, that profit must come with liability. AI cannot exist in a moral vacuum. Third, we need awareness. Because the greatest danger isn't evil AI. It's a complacent society that lets technology rewrite morality without question. And finally, we need to remember what AI can't replicate: empathy, compassion, and conscience. These are not just human traits, they are the foundation of every right we've ever declared. When machines start shaping the future, those qualities will be our only defense. But here's the paradox. The more we integrate AI into daily life, the more we risk losing those very traits. We outsource thinking, creativity, and empathy to machines that can simulate them flawlessly. And over time, humanity forgets how to feel. So as AI grows smarter, we must grow wiser. We must redefine progress, not as faster or more efficient, but as more humane. The question isn't whether AI will surpass us. It's whether we'll still recognize ourselves when it does. Because the future isn't something that happens to us. It's something we build, one algorithm at a time. And every line of code written today shapes the moral architecture of tomorrow. So, will we teach machines to protect human rights? Or will we program them to repeat our mistakes at the speed of light? The answer will decide more than who wins the tech race. It will decide whether freedom, equality, and dignity survive the 21st century. This is the Rational Review. And this was Future Shock, the AI and human rights collision course. Subscribe for more deep dives into the world where technology, money, and morality collide. Because the future isn't waiting for anyone, and the countdown has already begun.